So hello, welcome to SLiMECoRE. My name is Cody, and this is my brother Kyle.
Hey!
And today we are going to be talking about Little Nemo.
Are you prepared for a challenge, Cody?
Leonard Nemo.
Little Nemo.
Journey to a Land of Wonder.
So first off, I wanted to talk a little about the history of Little Nemo. It started out as a newspaper comic strip. For whatever reason, it gained popularity enough in the late 80s and early 90s that they went into production with a anime, sort of anime. It's not quite Japanese. It's sort of a American-Japanese co-production, written by Americans and produced by the Japanese. So it has a very distinct kind of anime look to it. And the way it was intended to go was the film would come out first and then the game, which is what happened in Japan. But for whatever reason, I don't know if it was delayed or whatever, but the game came out in the US first. And the game was developed by Capcom, who are known for a lot of great games on the Nintendo. Such as the Mega Man series.
Most of the Disney games, I think, are usually Capcom and usually really good.
Yeah, Capcom had a reputation for high-quality games on the system. I have a lot of nostalgia attached to this game. I remember first catching wind of it through the advertisement on TV. I think it was like this kid's sleeping and he's tossing and turning in bed, and he's like, he kind of shows in his dream as like scenes from this game.
Capcom introduces Little Nemo, the Dream Master. We tapped into your deepest, darkest nightmares.
Hold on, Eddie. I think we got something. This could be it. I'm getting snakes, wasps. Wow, look at this stuff. Big-lipped tadpoles.
Most people back then found out about games from either a magazine, or they found out through a commercial, or they just kind of blindly got the game. But either way, you never really had the access that you have now. You didn't have all these previews, and this was long before the internet. So I first saw mention of this on this commercial, which was advertising this game, and I had no idea what Little Nemo was or anything. The movie hadn't even come out yet. And I saw it, and I really, really wanted it. I can't remember how old I was. I must have been only about 5 or 6 at the time. But this was the first Nintendo game that I saw something about and really had to have it. And I begged Mom and Dad for this game for Christmas. And lo and behold, that Christmas, I got Little Nemo.
It's just one of those games where I see it and I remember so much of it from so long ago.
Yeah, that game is one that when that title screen pops up, I'm instantly sitting on the floor that Christmas, putting it in for the first time and starting it up. Then the movie came out and we saw the movie and I became a big fan, and oddly enough, this was probably the first sort of anime that I ever saw. This was my introduction to that art style, and I really liked it, and now I'm still a big fan of that film, and my son watches it, and it kind of blows my mind. So let's talk a little about the game itself.
The games.
Now, the game is a pretty standard platformer, wouldn't you say?
Except for you don't have a weapon until the last level, and aside from throwing candy at various animals and wearing their flesh.
The good parts are, the art is fantastic.
Oh yes, it's a beautiful game. The color is amazing.
Yeah, it's really well made.
Despite it being as difficult as it is, 20-some years later, I still enjoy playing it.
And the music is fantastic. The production quality is Capcom all the way. and the mechanics are really solid. And basically the point of the game is to go around in each level and collect keys so you can get through the door at the end of each stage. And in the meantime, you throw candy at sort of allies that are around, kind of scattered around the levels. And they eat the candy and eventually kind of fall asleep. I mean, they sort of... The funniest is definitely the gorilla, which kind of kneels over with his butt in the air. And a bubble coming out of... Yeah, this bubble coming out of his mouth. It's really weird. It's just a really, really tough game, and I kind of feel that it's a little too tough. I mean, I feel like they really missed the mark there by cranking up the difficulty. I would say this game is 5 times harder than any Mega Man game. It's almost impossible for me to get past the second stage. I know I'm typically pretty bad at games anyway, but I mean, I've never gotten past the second stage without a Game Genie. And I have had this game since I was 5 years old, and I'm 30 now. And you say that eventually in the game, you do actually get a weapon, and it becomes kind of a more typical platforming kind of game.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the last level, it turns completely different. It's like a completely different game whenever you get to the very end. I think it was Nightmare Land. You get this scepter, and it shoots, or you can hit things with it. And you face a series of bosses and various difficulties and obstacles and stuff. It's really neat. And you don't have to worry about keys in the last level either.
See, that's fantastic. I think more of the game should have been that. I think the whole candy thing, I think, should have been maybe one level, 2 level tops. But I mean, the level design is fantastic. I mean, it's kind of a shame that you can't see it that easily, because there's so many cool levels, like the topsy-turvy level, or the giant train, or the giant house that you can explore. So Cody, would you recommend this game?
Yes, I certainly would recommend this game to anybody and everybody, for sure.
And on a scale of Platoon to Super Mario 3, how would you rate this?
I would definitely rate this high. This is one of my favorite games. I will be playing this game for the rest of my life. There is one thing that this game is lacking. Icarus. They forgot this flying squirrel.
Well, motherfucker.
But I mean, everyone else from the movies in the game, except for Icarus, there are flying squirrels in the game, but they are attacking you.
So Icarus is evil in this game.
Yeah. If the flying squirrels represented in this game are supposed to be Icarus or his family.
Oh my god. Oh, for fuck's sake. What are we doing? Hello, Nemo fans.
Little Nimoy.
Starring Little Nimoy. So I am Kyle on a very long delay. And this is Cody. Cody, would you like to say bye in 5 minutes?
Everyone, you have a wonderful day.
Alright. So y'all have a wonderful day. See y'all next time. Bye.